not worry.
اهلا وسهلا فيكم مرة تانية. معكم فراس. هالمرة معي مشروع كتير حلو للبنانية. أي حدا بده أي شيء من الصين ممكن يتواصل معنا. أعرفكم على خير.
你好，我是 Salam， 我是黎巴嫩人，我在中国已经有22年了。مرحبا كيفكم؟ معكم سلام ونحن عندنا مكتب بالصين صار لنا 22 سنة بنشحن بضاعة على لبنان ولكل بلاد العالم وعندنا سيرفيس للبنان دور تو دور وفينا نأمن لكم كمان أي برودكت بدكم إياه من الصين. بدكم بشر بنجيب لكم بشر يلي بدكم إياه. تواصلوا معنا، هدول أرقامنا وهذا البروشور تاعنا وشو ما بدكم نحن بالخدمة.
Human trafficking, folks. You want some humans? You want a Chinese person delivered to your door? Hit them up. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to episode 69 of Do Not Worry, a very sexy, special episode 69 of the podcast. And appropriately enough, we're talking sex scandals today. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to a new episode of the show. Interns, how's it going? You doing okay?
It's going fine. أنت كيفك?
I'm good. Surviving. We got a banger for you guys this week, folks. Episode 69 is not going to disappoint, I hope. We're talking Khodor Aslan has a sex tape floating around the interwebs. We've got a crazy revelation, folks. You might have seen it on the thumbnail. You probably know what it is, but we have the origin story of Hairzone LB, and it is not what any of us expected. It hit me like a fucking hurricane, so I can't wait to talk about that. Last week we talked about Elio Dakuni versus Lyn Ibrahim. Lyn Ibrahim has reached out to us, folks, for some clarifications. She hit me up on Instagram. I'm going to read what she sent. She wasn't very happy with me, folks, understandably. We got a few other things to talk about. We're going to analyze some of those Batman paintings that George Assaf has hanging. More cell phone shops. Some more boneless information. I'll just tune in. It's going to be a long one. Buckle up. It's going to be fun. Don't forget to like the video, leave a comment. Your engagement is very helpful for a small channel like this one. I know I didn't say it. Keeping people on their toes. Subscribe to the channel, become a Do Not Warrior, help us reach the 10K subscriber mark. We need you. And let me take a second to thank our beautiful God-tier patrons, Jessica Ann, Muhammad Zain, Muhammad Naamani. We love you guys. Jad Al-Haj, a superhero patron who, for some reason, his name wasn't on the credits. I apologize, Jad. He and his wife love to watch the show. And how's it going, guys? Thank you for supporting the channel. Also, I want to welcome Khatar Hawa to our Patreon as well. Welcome back, Zainab Hamoud, our good friends Melting Around, Michelle Isa. We love all our patrons. Bless you guys. If you guys want to support this channel, folks, support my interns, support our vlogs, support our special projects, our documentaries. This channel wouldn't survive without our patrons, so consider supporting us. And check out the link in the description. All right, well, let's get going. We got some stuff to talk about. First off, on the docket, we talked a lot about boneless last week. We were talking boneless madness taking over, sweeping over the country. People love their boneless chicken wraps, folks. We've gotten some. We weren't sure about where this whole boneless thing originated, who was the first restaurant that was doing it, etc. Well, we've been getting a lot of you guys in the comments. Like, bless you guys, you came through. So I'm gonna read a few of your comments, and it helps paint a little better picture. Ahmad El Rashidi said, boneless started at Ha D across from AUB main gate, which later became Food Delicious, and before that, Ha D was open since like maybe 2012 as a food truck from across LAU business gate. Now that is the most common thing we got, that it was a place across from AUB called like Ha D, and it changed its names a few times, but around 2009, 2010, 2011, 2012, this is when the boneless thing started. But no, it honestly didn't pick up until I think just a few months ago, when it became wild. We got someone else with a Hot D. He's like, boneless started with Hot D in like 2010, then Food Delicious took over since 2014. Anyway, we drank every time you said boneless, and we are drunk. Guys, I cannot advise any of you guys to play any drinking games while watching the show. It is not safe, especially not when talking about boneless. You know that's going to be a dangerous game. As someone asked, Noor Eldin Aboud, I asked the Food Delicious employee today. He's been serving boneless sandwiches there since 2009. First of all, that dude is a loyal employee. He's been at Food Delicious since 2009. Give this man a raise. This man should be managing his own Food Delicious. Let me just say that. Just one final comment. Ryan Hosran. Boneless started on Bliss at a place called Hot D around 10 years ago. Several versions of the place then kept opening up. Hot Delicious, Hot D, so I guess Hot D2. Okay, Hot D2. And now Food Delicious due to the dispute between the owner and chef, I believe. But yes, nothing new. You can even see it on their old menu on Zomato under Buffalo Sandwich, which is what it should be called, a buffalo or barbecue chicken wrap. But now we got the bone. Anyways, we got to the bottom of this, folks. I'm happy. I feel satisfied. I feel like we need to do pilgrimage to Hot D2 or Foodalicious and try the original boneless. I think that should be something. Let us know in the comments if that's something you want to see. And we just discovered that there's a couple of other places. Again, people in the comments came through. There's a place called Boneless House in Saida. So we're adding that one to the collection. And Dr. Boneless in Zahle. So now we have Boneless House, Dr. Boneless, Boneless LB, Boneless Bar, and Eddie's Boneless. That's at least 5 restaurants with the word boneless in them. Lebanon. I think that's a bit much, but God bless you all. God bless you. Anyone want boneless for dinner? Or I'm kind of sick of boneless. I'll be honest with you guys. I've had way too many boneless. Another clarification from last week. As you know, we talked about the Elio Dakuni versus Lyn Ibrahim. Lyn Ibrahim, also known as Lyn Sanity, on the TikToks, and I commented on the story. Honestly, I hated that topic to begin with. It was a nightmare editing because I don't know. I regretted using the word obnoxious as soon as I said it, and then I was kind of stuck with it. And we got called out for it. I thought we were gonna get a bunch of comments from no one actually commented on it except for Lynn herself, who turns out I follow on Instagram and I didn't even know. So let's read this whole interaction. Here's what happened. So I checked my DMs a couple days ago, and I get a message from Lynn. She's like, my question to you is, how do you follow someone obnoxious? So Anthony, I'm right, but I'm just aggressive? Only asking for clarification. So as she mentions, I called her. I said that she was obnoxious when I was commenting on the videos, and so she's literally calling me out on it. So I sent a couple of responses. I'm like, oh, I didn't know I followed you. I also follow Elio Dakuni though, so there's that. You're totally right. I guess I just thought the delivery was a bit overdone. Not that my opinion matters or should matter. But you also mentioned later that your content is aggressive-ish on purpose. I'm going to try to elaborate this and clarify on the show next week. Then she sends me this response. At first, I thought she was going to be angrier and tell me that I shouldn't call. Let's just read her reply. It was very thoughtful, actually. She said, thing is, you don't need to like me or my content. But if you truly believe that what I said is right, and if you agree with how misogyny affects and oppresses women, you wouldn't have delivered what you said the way you did. Katreksa v. Samari? Really? That legitimately made me laugh because I said that I would rather talk about Katreksa versus Samari. Listen, our show is not the normal kind of show. We enjoy this sort of garbage. So yeah, we do like to talk about Katreksa v. Samari, weirdly enough. Is talking about respecting women the same as a $100 bill? Calling what happened drama? No, misdrama. I'm not fighting over an ex or money. Bas damn, she's obnoxious and aggressive. Okay, how is that relevant? You want to talk about my personality? By all means do that, بس مش بزيت الحلقة where you're talking about the principles that I stand for, because بهالطريقة you're only dismissing them. And then she actually says, anyway, I know that you're not all that bad. فإنه رواق. Nice podcast. Keep going. Now, obviously, I have a heart. I felt bad. We all felt bad. Don't you guys feel bad?
كم بدي لك حرام انه she seems like a sweet person.
She is a sweet person.
طلعنا نحن مقايرين.
I know I saw a couple of her TikToks بس انه
She's very nice. This is a very it was a very nice message. She could have been
Yeah, she could have gone batshit crazy over you at DMs, but she was actually pretty respectful and nice.
Let me try to elaborate on what I meant by obnoxious. I didn't mean, first of all, obviously I don't know Lynn personally. She might be the nicest person in the world. She might be the most horrible person in the world. I have no idea. I'm going to assume that she's not horrible and that she's a nice person. And I just meant that the TikTok persona was a little bit, I felt just a little bit extra. And again, it's not even about that. I know there's something that I don't really like. I don't like sort of outrage culture, or when someone says something stupid, when people get legitimately worked up about it and angry and they're responding to it when they're angry. Now on our show, we try to be pretty chill about everything. We try to laugh at things. We don't take it too seriously. So when I see someone taking something that is clearly not meant to upset them that much, but again, I know it's meant with the guy was saying some very sexist stuff, and she has every reason to be upset. And again, the thing I was worried the most about by calling her obnoxious, which I regretted instantly. For example, if you have a female employer, your boss is a woman, and if she's very assertive and asks for things on time, people will tend to call that her bossy. Oh, she's bossy, she's annoying. If a man does it, oh, he's assertive and he's a good boss. So there's always that double standard that I was aware of, and that I just kind of, I don't know, I think I should still be allowed to call women obnoxious if I genuinely think they're obnoxious. Definitely. There are many obnoxious women out there. But that I agreed that it wasn't the right time. It wasn't relevant to what she was talking about. And I don't even know her in person. So I was commenting on a TikTok persona. So I just wanted to clarify that. So apologies, Lynn. Point well taken. Thank you for for reaching out. Ooh, sorry for the misunderstanding. We very much disavow what Elio Dakuni said. But then again, he's I don't think you should take anything he says too seriously. But again, I get why you're doing it. Misogyny runs rampant here in the Middle East. So, whatever we can do to curb it, we shall. So that's that. Moving on. What else we got? Before we get to the Khodor Aslan sex scandal and our big expose of the evening, the Hairzone LB origins, let's take a second to watch a couple of cringe videos or just some weird things that I found online that I would just want to talk about. First of all, we got Karl Wolf with a just very cringy, I don't know if you guys have seen this. Let me know what you think.
My Arabness is killing me. Got a hairy chest, it's in my jeans. I've had a mustache since I was 9. Oh, fuck my life. Ate it, pass it one more time.
If we get copyrighted for this, I'm going to be very angry. It's so bad. Anyone find that funny or creative?
Not even funny. Like, ما بعرف ليش هيك shit goes viral.
If that's his biggest problem,
It went viral because I think it's how bad it
But
is.
like, it's not even funny. Personally, I don't relate. But no, it's not even
You didn't
funny.
have a mustache since you were 9? Or a hairy chest?
I don't mustache. I don't even have a full beard yet.
Oh, I mean, I can relate and it's still not funny. So here we go. Anyways, that's Karl Wolf. Now, there's just these are not cringe. These are just two weird fucking videos that I found on Twitter. This one reminded me of you, Elijah.
It feels fucking good. You and your small dick and your pussy way of killing animals, and it feels good. You have all the blood on your face and all the blood on your hands. It feels good with your small dick.
So obviously,
Actually, I think this is really staged. ما في حدا لقيتها بيلة.
this happens, bro. In like New York, all the time, dude. You'll always find like people walking around and yelling about stuff. So for those who didn't understand what's going on, there's a dude eating like a kebab, and there's a vegan lady just yelling at him. And the vegan lady in this scenario is Elijah, but in his scenario, he's not even vegan. He eats this stuff, but then he'll yell at you and make you feel bad. Afterwards. And then he'll go home and smash a burger or something. The final video, I don't know. Did you watch these? No, this one I thought was hilarious. There's just this homeless man. It's not hilarious, it's sad.
But it's so funny. It's so funny.
It's sad because like homelessness isn't funny, but what happens is it's kind of funny.
You're laughing at the homeless person.
I'm just putting disclaimers. You know the internet. It is really funny. It's great. I don't know if you can tell that lady's eating over here.
Connection is available to the Long Island Railroad, New Jersey Transit, and Amtrak. This is an accessible station. The elevator is at the center of the platform.
And he's just looking at her. Oh my god. It's like, what was the plan? He just like grabbed a bit of rice. Like just...
لا she's eating هيك so passionately قدامه.
Yeah, like you didn't have to do that in front of the guy. But هو كمان like he just literally just put his hand, I think he just got a handful of rice and just ran out of the train with that rice. No, Hanami's probably starving.
So sad, but it's so funny.
It is kind of funny. We're sorry guys. If this offended anyone, apologies. All right, enough dicking around, literally, because we're about to talk about some dicking. Oh, Khodor Aslan. God, I never come on. I never thought I'd have to talk about. When we got into this and started to talk more and more about TikTokers, I never thought we'd be talking about TikToker sex tapes. But yeah, here we go, folks. So Khodor Aslan, everyone's favorite little, short little content creator. I don't know why the fuck I said that. Let's just as a reminder for who Khodor Aslan is. Here's a quick reminder.
انتي يا بنت يلي بتحط الكاسكات يقبرني الكاسكات عاد.
So he's known for that, he says عاد. He just dropped a music video, هالبنت السمراء, all that stuff.
After that music video, he's like uploading weekly episodes on YouTube وهيك قصص. صار YouTuber هلا.
Yeah, he's a YouTuber and we have a whole explanation. So last week we talked about his music video, and then we get a couple of DMs afterwards like, hey, why didn't you guys talk about Khodor Aslan's sex tape? We got 2 of those messages. I was like, I didn't know he had a sex tape. Like, what kind of WhatsApp groups you guys think I hang out in? So anyways, I tried to find it. I'm not going to lie. I Googled it, like Asseria. Didn't find it. I did not try very hard to find it because honestly, I could live without seeing it. There does seem to be a sex tape out there. And Khodor himself has come out and spoken about that. We're going to watch a quick TikTok and then he dropped like a 5-minute YouTube video explaining, talking about the situation. But here's the TikTok.
بالنسبة للفيديو يلي عم بيتسرب علي وبعده عم بيتسرب للعالم بحب قله انه اليوم الساعة 11 انا طالع عند الدولة والدولة ان شاء الله بتاخد لي حقي اذا بتحب
ما عندهم غير شيء هلا
قبل الساعة 11
who leaked the Khodor sex tape
انت وانا بتصرف انا وياك وبقول لك القانون بياخد مجراه.
I'm getting توفيلوك ومريم كلينك lawyer vibes زي ما بتقولوا لي مين رح ياخذكم بس هو he should be taking this more because he's got a porn video out there of him. So clearly there's a video of him running around the WhatsApp supposedly allegedly. Well, then he dropped. Look, this is a bit too long, so we're gonna watch a bit of it.
البنت السمراء والسكارت باكس خلونا بالجد خلونا نحكي شوية جد. أنا صار لي يومين عم يتنقل فيديو عني على السوشيال ميديا جروبات الواتساب وهيدا الفيديو
Does he edit his own video?
شفت كم كات بهالجملة؟
بخصني شي شخصي
معود على التيك توك فاست بيس.
أنا أول شي قدمت شكوى وصارت على فرق المعلومات.
background تيك توك background.
تاني شي بدي اقولكم انه انا مش اول حدا بيطلع. انا شاب مثل اي شاب مش لانه بيطلع السوشيال ميديا انه انا شاب غير كل الشباب انه مشهور.
انا كمان بحب السكس.
اي شاب حابب يرفه عن حاله حابب ينبسط شوي. طلعنا مجموعة كبيرة وما كنت عارفين انه انا اتصور هيك وهيدا الفيديو ابدا مش هلا. هيدا الفيديو قديم صار له 3 سنين. مين بده يتخبى ورا اصبعه؟ مين بيصح له وما بيروح؟ مين؟ بس قولوا لي مين؟ هالبنت السمراء.
Anyways, do you guys want to keep watching his explanation / apology? So apparently كان بمجموعة someone filmed him doing the deed. Now, here's what, look, I'm just going to give, obviously, we don't have the tape. I've not seen it, allegedly. Even if we did have it, we're not going to fucking play it here. So all I'm going to say is, look, it's really not that bad for him. Obviously, no one should be sharing stuff like this. Whenever a private moment like that gets shared on social media or like on WhatsApp, it's always horrible for everyone involved. You know what I mean? You have nothing to gain by sharing that video, by watching it. What I will say, and this kind of maybe relates to the topic that Lynn was talking about last week when she was arguing with Elio Dakuni, like for him, he's lucky he's a guy because this is going to do nothing to him. Like at the end of the day, it's a video of him having sex. It's a short clip. It's fine. He's a dude. Like in society, people are going to forget about this, I think, in 2 days. If you were a female TikToker, his life would have been over.
Ruin your life.
Her life would have been over. It would have been done, especially in the Middle East. A young woman having a video like that out. And I'm pretty sure the woman that he was sleeping with was getting paid to sleep with him. So Kamena, like, she doesn't give a fuck about her reputation, I can tell you that. And if she's not like, again, I haven't seen the tape. If she's not that kind of woman, then sucks for her, absolutely. It's way worse for the women than it is for men in these situations. If you guys have seen the show Pam and Tommy, it talks about it chronicles the release when Pamela Anderson and Tommy Lee's sex tape got leaked. He was fine, man. People thought he was cool. Like people would high five him, like, "Yeah, you fucked Pamela Anderson." Her career got fucked because she was the woman in that situation. It would be. He's no Tommy Lee, and the lady is no Pamela Anderson. But like, just the double standards. But no, he's fine. If you've seen the video, don't share it. There's no need to share it. Khodor, nahna, we stand with you. Stay strong, my man. Justice will prevail. I'm sure you'll get that thief in court. Have you guys seen the tape?
لا.
No.
Do you guys want to see the tape?
لا.
I've got some connections.
بكل صراحة ما بدي هالإيمج براسي. So I'd rather like شوف Khodor as this like
sweet innocent boy.
Peter Dinklage.
I haven't seen it. Stop saying Peter Dinklage. Okay, let's do this one before getting into the Hairzone origins. Last week we talked about George M. Assaf, douchey coach, gym coach, obsessed with Batman. He was, according to Noor, he was on the Star Academy coach. Noor, she was like, hey, I want to analyze some of his. Explain what is it you wanted to do?
ماشي when I was كنت عم بعمل thumbnail تبع last episode so فتت على his Instagram to get a picture of him. ولاحظت انه بهز تيك توكس ببين في شوية قصص باتمان بس على his Instagram he is fucking obsessed
with Batman. Yeah.
So I thought it was a good idea انه to تنشوف شو الكولكشن تبعه.
Let's check it out. So yeah, look, first he's got this Irish. You think he's Irish? Because that's like the Irish flag right there. It's a Batman Irish shahida. Maybe the dude's a little half Irish or something.
He's Irish.
Hey, he looks.
He
looks foreign. I mean, I'm not here to like shit on anyone. The guy's a good-looking dude. Like
he's really good-looking.
Let's be honest. He's an attractive man. You know, he has taken good care of himself. He's fit. So here, if you notice in the back, there's a painting of Batman making out with a Catwoman with a very juicy ass. Like, look at that ass. And this looks like a custom painting. I don't think like he bought this. I think he asked for someone to paint this. It looks like a 5-year-old kind of painted like the background at least, man. It's not the best painting, but it's just funny how big Catwoman's ass is. And I'm sure in his mind, he's Batman. Like, he's like, yeah, I want a picture of me fucking grabbing her and I want her ass to be fucking fat.
I'm pretty sure his sex life, فيها كتير foreplay.
Dude, his sex life has a lot of leather involved, a lot of bat suits. And if he had my bat cowl, he must have done some crazy shit with it. Okay, here, first of all, check out those bat nips. Here we go. We got...
There's the clock, there's thing that has...
it's a clock. It looked like a record to me, like a musical record. But yeah, it is a clock. There's a... Yeah, I don't know what that is. It's like a weird metallic, bat symbol. Yeah, it's like a little mini Funko Pop looking thing and a little whatever. Hone. This one's a little dark red, but it's this like portrait right there. Right here.
No, just his shirt.
The shirt. It's a bat sweater.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. He's a little bat symbols on it. Well, this guy is obsessed. I mean, again, guys, I'm obsessed with Spider-Man. I own a lot of like memorabilia and merchandise and collectibles. So this is why he scares me. His future me, just better looking. Oh, we have the tat. Look at that, baby. Aywa. هون شو عنا؟ Oh, look, his fridge. He's got a bat fridge. Oh, حطت له شيء.
sticker.
حطت له, it's like vinyl. We got a bat fridge.
A magnet.
We got a little magnet over here. And here we have another look at that portrait. I can't tell if this is... It's a nice portrait, but I can't tell which Batman it is. Is it like Michael Keaton? From here, it looks a bit like Michael Keaton. But I have no idea who this is supposed to be. But he has a lot of portraits, bro, in that Batcave. Here's a great look at his... Literally, it's drawn as if he were a saint, شوي. And it wouldn't be wrong if he had his hand up like this, like blessing someone. Like, كتير. It's a cool painting, though. Okay, هون شو عن...
So this is the painting that got replaced. كان هو I think that was his wife.
Maybe that's his ex or something.
I think they broke up.
We're making some crazy assumptions. I think it's maybe also like a Catwoman, but he doesn't look like he's dressed as...
the older one, so the new one
هو لحاله. Yeah, he's solo. This might have been his real Catwoman, his real life Catwoman. He commissioned that painting. Yeah, and now they're no more. Maybe she's passed away. If that's the case, we're so sorry. But
we are so sorry.
We're very sorry. But I don't think he would have taken the painting down. هون عندنا poster Dark Knight Rises, an underrated film. People hate it.
That's phone cover.
I don't hate it. The phone cover, Kamena, the phone cover, and obviously the shirt. That's maybe his nicest shirt so far. هون بالنهاية another look at Catwoman's juicy badonkadonk.
أنا شو بشع drawing.
Look at that ass. It's a horrible painting. It's a really bad painting, but I mean, just that ass. It's all about, Anyways, that was fun. Folks, it's time for the topic of the evening. It's been spoiled by the thumbnail. I might have spoiled it at the beginning, but this is about a video that went viral a few years ago. It has 1 million views on YouTube. It's not like we discovered it. It's not like a new video. But the connection that this video reveals, I think, is new. And it's a revelation that some people in the YouTube comments لاحظوا. But I don't know if this has gone public, and I don't know if people realize what we're sitting on. Now, this video was shown to me by my best friend, Ilyas. Thank you for showing this to me, man. He's like, dude, I have something for you that you're not going to believe. And he was right. I was speechless when I watched this. And it took me a minute to make the connection. First, we're going to watch the video that I'm talking about. We cut this down, okay, from a few minutes. Just watch and tell me if you guys recognize who is in this video. And then we're going to dig deep, okay? Let's just watch this together.
جوفي مساء الخير. ليه اسمك جوفي وزميلك بالشغل يوبلا؟ اسمك على الموضة كمان؟
هيك فيك تقول.
كمان الاسم على الموضة؟ صرعة جنون.
This is a clip from Malik Maktabi's show. This is from LBC.
أريد أن أكون على الموضة.
This is from a few years ago. It's a report on like barbers with trance with the weird styles that used to do بالفعل. And this is talking about this barber Jovi.
هيدي الموضة اليوم.
بقول لي بدي قص شي قصة هيك ونقول له فوت على الفيسبوك شوف قصات بناقشه.
هيدا جوفي.
اللي عمل لي شي على ذوقك.
You guys recognize Jovi? Does he look a little familiar?
هلا دارج كثير رقبة تكون طويلة وسوالف طوال انه تقريبا مثلي هو مثل الشعر شعره كثير يعني حلو انا
I think that's super
موديل شعره نحن بنألف لهم اياهم زيادة
شعرك انه مبين مرتب انه مظبط وبهتم فيه يعني
بهتم فيه
ما بعتقد يعني
I love the music. هيدا يوبلا.
ما بقدر اعمل عادي يعني اعمل موديل عادي ما بقدر بس في مطارح انا اوقات بروح مطارح بضطر بغير الستيل شوي كان هذا ستيلي شو ما في اعمل غير شيء ما في يغير يعني
Keep that in mind. He says ما بقدر اعمل عادي هيدا ستيلي وما في يغير و
شفنا على الانترنت يعني نشوف اذا عم نقلد برا
السان جلاسز
لقينا عم نعمل شيء احلى بكثير
Shooting this video must have been so fun.
نحن عندنا ما في هيك وفي بنت كمان اجت من دبي هي اماراتيه
Did you guys recognize him? Should I tell the people for anyone who hasn't?
So obvious the movements الحركات
Guys, this is our boy from Hairzone. This is Hairzone قلبي حبيبي بتشرب شي. It's him with hair. عمل لهم fair. That he's the one from the viral video from a few years ago.
هلا it makes sense ليش صار قرع لتري شوه شعره.
Yeah, bad genetics و on top نيك اختن بالفير. So let's keep watching بس it is. So now you guys know what you're watching.
Spiky.
King. But عامل شعر is spiky. شوفوا ملا before and after. He looks like a demon.
بيان كهرب انتك اخته.
Dude, he looks like a demon from hell. He was adorable. Sad, my friend calls it a gremlin. He's a little fucking demon, a little goblin.
بس ما فهمت كان عم بيقص له اياهم بعدين suddenly
صار ولد؟
ما بعرف شو عمل.
لما كانوا كيرلي I think.
جيران للشارع سبايكي.
Spiky. حرام, look at that sweet innocent child. شوفوا لشو حولوا يوبا What? What have you done?
انه يمكن ترانس وهيك قصص عرفتها لازم نعمل شعرنا هيك
صار عملنا صار
ليش هاللوك؟ شو اسمه هاللوك يا جوفي؟ صرعة جنون
في الوزبزة
صرعة الجوفي هاي
يوبلا
ويوبلا كمان امك شو قالت لك مثلا؟
So uncomfortable.
ليه ما بتكون مثل خيك؟
كمان على الموضة هو بس موضته قديم يعني انا اشياء انه كيف انت لابس هيك
بس
موضة قديمة
كيف بتضبهم؟ ما بعرف
بحطوا نار بشي ما بعمل شيء اذا كثير مطلع
بينام ما قال بيتحمم وبنام بغسل شعره وبنام
مين هالشعرة كتير حلوة She's hot
انت وين الضوابط؟
Just notice how mild-mannered he is. He's كتير ناعم بحكيه like he's shy, he's calm. هلا عكس completely. So it's just funny to see how he was. I'm sure this video going viral he probably got made fun of a lot. Now we understand with حبيبي بتشرب شي and all that was it comes from him trying to be the polar opposite of what he was a few years ago.
عادي ما عندي مشكلة بشي كيف قصدك يعني
انه هل في ضوابط بتقول هالقد لهون وبس؟
Okay, we got to talk about the shoes. We're going to talk. The shoes are insane. The shoes are nuts. What can we say? Elijah, you're going to put a nice photo of those shoes. Like, it's so extreme. Like, it's so extreme. Like, how do you even walk in these shoes? I don't even know, man. But he was fully... أنا trans, like, my friend Raphael used to do all that sort of thing.
The pit stop.
I've never been to pit stop for a trans thing. بس إنه بتذكر أنا... You guys were too young. You missed out انتوا على
بالعكس. No, بالعكس أنا like I'm especially like my friends and my cousins كانوا أكبر مني فكانوا this deep into this punk emo phase.
Yeah, bro, it was oh my god.
Trans والتكتونيك ما بعرف أعملها صح.
موضة الشارع والزعران.
ما عندي فكرة بهالشيء يعني عادي.
يقولوا هيدول مثلا زعران ولا مره، وبتعتقد يعني مش ممكن تسمعها؟
ما عندي مشكله انا انه كل واحد عنده راي.
بدك تضلك على الموضوع.
ايه اكيد.
Haram, like you can tell how uncomfortable he is. He's so sad, man. Like the guy literally had. I mean, I hate these shows where they invite someone to يتمنكوا عليهم. They did that على Pierre Rabat like a year ago or whatever. They invite you on as a guest and then they kind of like surprise attack you بيتمنكوا عليك. Like he's so sad. Like at the زعلولنا. Like remember last time you said that you preferred Hairzone over Razor Cut and I was like no. Now I like Hairzone because honestly بيشفي القلب. Like he's a sweet man who got bullied into changing his style. Look he was
فيك تشوف وجهه هون like instant regret انه اجا.
Exactly, and he had his pink t-shirt on, he had his crazy shoes on, and now what has become to Hairzone? Look at what Hairzone has become today. So this is the crazy, look at that. This is his new gimmicks. Look at this style, gone completely bald, big ass sunglasses, you know, the crazy shirts, and he does these weird little, you know, TikTok things. Here's another one, he just does these extreme things. Anyways, this is the shit that he does. He does weird stuff. And he's known for saying حبيبي بتشرب شي.
حبيبي بتشرب شي.
الله صار ساعة بدك بدي اقص شعري انا مخرب.
يعني الاستقبال بس من عندي وحبيبي بتشرب شي انت عندي اليوم وانا جاي بارك لك بالغنية اللي عملتها سوبر حلوة.
And he's got the veneers. Look at the teeth. And our boy Khodor, of course, dealing with this controversy, his sex scandal. Always welcome at Hairzone, no matter what scandal you're going through. Look at the teeth. He's way more confident. He's way more macho. He's way louder than he used to be. Noor did some research for his old photos from his early Instagram days, from like 2016. So here you can see a bald Jovi, but without the veneers, and it's still like those veneers made a huge difference. Let's zoom in on his mouth a little bit. I don't know what's going on in there.
Very innocent.
He still seems like a sweet man here. He still seems like a nice, sweet man here. And he was still doing artistic stuff. Man, in his video he mentioned أنا ما بحب أعمل شيء عادي. هلا كله بيعملوا fades. Everyone who walks into Hairzone walks out with the same haircut, the fucking fade. قبل كان يعمل fan. Look at this beautiful art over here. This beautiful hairstyle. شوفوا هيدا هون عمل له المقص تبع الbarber thing. Look at this sweet looking man right here. But we still don't know what happened to Yupala. Where is Yupala? And that's what hashtag win Yupala. And هيدا بدي أعرف what happened to his partner. What do you guys think? Like أنا حزنني صراحة شفقني كتير. Actually when you watch his crossover when نحن شفنا like last week عمل crossover مع Razor Cut, they met up. Now when you recontextualize it, أكيد Razor Cut knows about the Jovi video. أكيد هيدا he knows. I'm sure this is one of the things that he uses تيتمنيك عليه وتبقى له Jovi.
Why not Jovi? أنا اللي ناطرك. أول شيء مرحب. كيفك حبيبي؟
You can kind of recontextualize it because you feel like he's been bullied a lot, Jovi. And ما بعرف أنا I find it is hilarious that that's him. He has changed like 180. Like almost, yeah, it took me a minute when I was watching that video, which you can find by the full one is like 7 minutes long. It's on YouTube. Go check it out. It took me a minute to recognize him. ما بعرف, I was shocked. And I want to discover بدي اشوف الاوريجين تبع ريزر كات شو كانت. What was he doing before all of this shit? ويوبالا, where the fuck is Yupala? You know us guys, not only are we obsessed with barbershops, we're obsessed with cell phone shops, new deals that they're doing, gimmicks. What are they doing to get customers through the door? We've talked about Cellphone, we've talked about a few of these guys, but we have a couple of new ones that we'd like to, you know, possibly feature in the Do Not Worry Awards coming later at the end of the year. عنا Deja, Nana Cell معناتها it's a young boy who's running the cell phone shop. من كتير فهمين what's happening. Let's watch this first video.
تعال شوف الذهب اليوم عرضنا على الايفون اكس. شوف النظافة 100% بطارية فيس اي دي كله شغال.
And this kid is a black hole of charisma. معطر منه مجبور يعني, you know, بس انه صاروا مجبورين.
مع باور بانك 10000 ملي امبير مع 2 بروتكشن 5D مع كفر ترانسبيرنت مع اوريجينال كيس مع مروحه هيدي لمين هيدي للمشوبين.
اوه مهضوم حرام.
He's so cute.
He's adorable.
هيدا العرض كله ب $250. مش حقلك ما تعمل لي فيها جيبه وما جيبه، انا زتيتها لانت تجيبها.
اوه قوي نانا سال. والله مش هين.
بحب لبنان كيف child labor is so mainstream. في a TikToker about it.
Like maybe he's the son of the owner or something, or it's a part-time job. But let's not jump to assumptions. Yeah, let's not make any, because making assumptions only makes an ass out of you or me. Isn't that what's the saying? Let's watch another one.
تعال قوم شو عم تعمل؟ في ناس ناطرة العرض.
Get back to work. You slave.
128 جيجا 6 جيجا رام 48 ميجا بكسل كاميرا شارجر 33 واط سريع سي بي يو هيليو جي 85 مع بروتكشن وكفر باور بانك وسبيكر. العرض كله بقد ايه؟ $175. وهيدي ما تقلي فيها جيبها، هيدي لو بترجع على وطن امك ما حتجيبها.
والله it's getting dirty كمان.
It's very creative.
والله بعد وحدة نانا.
تعال يلا وصل لهون. هونر اكس 8 128 جيجا 8 جيجا رام 50 ميجا بكسل 4000 البطارية. اكس 7 128 جيجا 6 جيجا رام 5000 البطارية 48 ميجا بكسل. عرضنا مع سبيكر بلوتوث ايربودز بلوتوث
وسبيكر
باور بانك 10000 ملي امبير شارجر فاست 30 واط للسيارة مع وصلتين تايب سي مع بروتكشن. عرض الهونر اكس 8 $240 والاكس 7 210. مثل ما قلت لك انا زتيتها لامثالك يجيبوها.
Nana, we're fans. I think this is going to do wonders for his confidence. Okay, let's check out. And now the next one is Smart Cell. Let's check this out.
يعطيكم الف عافيه. ما علي يسالني ليش لابس كاب اسود، عشان اليوم جايب انظف ايفون مستعمل باسيا. اسمعني منيح، ايفون 13 برو ماكس 13 برو ماكس 256 جيجا 2 سيم كارت يا بابا. الخطين مقطوعه. ايفون 13 برو ماكس مستعمل خطين 256 جيجا يو كي، بطاريته 93%، معه كفالة بعد
93%
مع ابل واتش سيريس 4.
ما كذب. That's good.
هود اثنيناتهم يوز، واثنيناتهم رح يكونوا من عند سمارت سيل ب $1390. كيفك فيها؟ على السريع جاء وحجوز. الله بيطير. روحي كبير.
That does it for our new Cellphone editions, folks. We love them. If you're looking for a good deal for a shop, go to Nana Cell. I like them. This next topic. We're almost done. One of our final ones. We're late on this one. We're very late. This popped off on TikTok like 2-3 weeks ago. I liked it. So everyone's been talking about these. We never like compliment people for doing good work. So let's do that. This is pretty funny stuff. His name is, I don't know, Niane. I don't know anything about him. He's an African kid who's lived in Lebanon?
He was born in Syria, but his parents are foreign. He grew up in Lebanon.
He grew up here. Okay, cool. So he's doing some videos, I guess, describing his experience as an African person growing up.
It's so funny that I was following him on TikTok من زمان, super زمان. He's so funny. Like all his content is hilarious.
I really like his stuff.
بعدين بلش ينزل فيديوز. أول فيديو شفته حكي لبنان.
Yo, I've always wanted to تروح الكهرباء while filming.
Really? It's happened.
We will not cut this out.
It's happened many times. بلا ليه because it's صارت كليشيه إنه نقطعت كهرباء نحن بلبنان. So let's watch the first one.
هاي صبا. ليه هيك عم بتقول له؟ ولو حرام ما تقول له هيك. صبا عم بيتمنيكوا عليك. خلاص ما تتمنيك عليه خلاص. قال ايه عم تتمنيك عليه خلاص اتركه. ولو Pourquoi tu pleures? Pourquoi tu pleures? خلاص ne pleure pas. Like
It's so accurate.
عم بيحكي هلا.
It's very good.
انبسطت؟ خلاص ne pleure pas.
The way he keeps playing with the hair, like.
اتركه. Quand tu sors de la classe pour la récré, tu viens chez moi en direct, ok? En gros, les animaux ils vont te retrouver, خلاص. Ne parle pas avec eux. مستفزين عن جد. ما بده يلعب باسكت، ضروري يلعب باسكت يعني؟ ما ضروري يلعب باسكت. بس لانه طويل لازم يلعب باسكت يعني خلاص ما بده يلعب باسكت.
That is so funny too. Like all the guys are trying to get him to play basketball because he's tall and black.
Tu joues pas au basket? C'est pas grave. On est tous des êtres humains يعني. Non خلاص استفزنا كتير أعطيني تليفوني. رجع لي تليفوني بليز. طب ليه أخذت لي تليفون؟ ما دخلك. أعطيني تليفوني. شوبتني. يا الله خلاص شعري صار منكوش هلا كله منك. Ok Niane, viens, on va aller parce que أنا خلاص ما بقى فيني. Tu as mangé? Tu as mangé?
Tu as mangé. Beautiful. Hello, we have another one. POV, it's your first day in school.
Tu t'appelles comment? Niane? أنت tu parles arabe? لانا elle m'a dit tu parles arabe. بتحكي عربي؟ بيحكي عربي. Guys بيحكي عربي. طب تعال شوف خيي بيحكي عربي. أنت خيي لكن we're brothers. On est des frères. أنت بتلعب باسكت؟ بتلعب باسكت؟ برو ليك طولك برو لازم تلعب باسكت. طب على القليلة بتلعب فوتبول؟ بتلعب فوتبول؟ برو ما بيلعب باسكت ما بيلعب فوتبول. برو أنت t'es sénégalais برو. برو t'es sénégalais. Tu joues pas au basket? Y a beaucoup de footballeurs là-bas. هيك طولك برو. برو طولك أنت طويل أنت. تعمل هيك بتفوت الطابة. برو على الفاضي طولك أنت أسود أنت منك أسود حقيقي. هنفوتك بالفريق أوكي؟ تلعب فيفا؟ ما بتلعب فيفا؟ برو ما بيلعب فيفا. ما بتلعب؟ شو بيشتغل بايك أنت؟ بايك بيشتغل بالتجارة؟ برو إيدك كتير كبيرة عن جد. برو اعطيني إيدك حط إيدك على إيدي. حط إيدك على إيدي.
It's crazy. Like,
bro,
it's trippy. He's so good at Arabic, French, English.
أنت إذا مسكت طاب
عن جد مثلنا.
طابة بإيد وحدة ما. Bro, oh my god. لازم نفوت باسكت عن جد. حرام. لازم يعني هلا لو كنت عم تلعب باسكت كنت هلا بتفوت NBA بتعرف؟ عن جد. No really. Yeah.
This might sound fucked up, but it is a little trippy because we very rarely see like African people or black people speaking with like a lahja Lebanese. We've seen like people from Sudan. They have their own way of speaking, but someone black speaking like the Lebanese Arabic is kind of trippy. It is kind of like it takes you a second to like adjust. Like, oh damn, like this is kind of cool. So I do get why like obviously sometimes it could be racist, but I get why maybe kids can be like enamored with it, like holy shit, that's so cool, like you speak Arabic, holy shit, come play basketball with us. Like part of it is kind of endearing. I'm not taking it all as like he's offended by what happened, but I guess a lot of these I think interactions with these kids are kind of cute and innocent in a way. It's gonna be Lebanon where like we don't interact with any other races. It's so sad. Like كلنا بس لبنانية بوجه بعض دايما. Like I wish we had just black people around, Indian, just people from all over the world. You know, we're such a just one note. I miss I miss variety. I miss what's the fucking word? Diversity. I miss diversity.
Back in school بالويزة اللي عندي قال حدا نيو. So بتذكر أنا بجريد 8 كان عنا like an Indian, a Chinese person in our class وبيحكوا لبنان عادي لبنانيين هون كل حياتهم. فوقت اجت البريتش كونسل بدهم يعملوا a collaboration مع مدرستنا بتذكر we made a video showing أكترية الوقت هن and like تجي ذن المديرة she's like yes we diversity we have Chinese people Indian and they're showing off إنهم بيعلموا هيك people.
بيعلموا هيك people? What do you mean by هيك people?
أنا أرمني guys عربي تبعي خرا.
أنت أرمني؟
half Armenian.
I always forget that you're Armenian.
Half.
And actually, I went to Sagesse High School for my last few years of school. Came in and we had some international students. We had a couple of Indian students. Orko, my good friend Orko Sangupta, and Akash, my boy Akash. We had a Chinese girl. I forget what her real name was, but we used to call her Bridget. She's like, just call me Bridget. It's much easier. We had some Australian folks. So we had some people from all over, kind of like an international high school style, but no, not nearly enough. But so no, yeah, I can. So these interactions hit close to home. Let's watch his final video.
Hi, ça va? Tu t'appelles comment? Wow, ton nom il est très beau. Anjad. Tu viens d'où? Sénégal. Ah, أنا من Côte d'Ivoire, tu sais. أنا mon père. Mon père كان بكوت ديفوار. Il était en Côte d'Ivoire. أنت تحكي عربي؟ بيحكي عربي. بيحكي عربي. طب ليه ما قلت لي من أول؟ عم بحكي أنا فرنساوي. بيحكي عربي. يا بيحكي عربي. Tu parles arabe.
تعال شوفه.
واو. كيف؟ أنت كنت بسوريا؟ خلقته هنيك؟ واو. جايز بيحكي عربي. واو. شو بيشتغل بيك؟
It's almost the same. He could make these every day, and I think they would still be funny.
Wow.
It's like an ASMR type thing too. The way it just looks, it's very calming.
انت on quelle classe؟ خلص دايما بحكي فرنسي. بأي صف انت أي صف؟ تعرف أنا كتير بحب السود، عن جد كتير بحب السود. يعني عن جد لونكم كتير حلو يعني. أنا لو راسيزم je comprends pas trop عن جد. Je comprends pas le racisme. إذا حدا قال لك شيء تعال عندي. أوكي؟ أنا بحكي معه ما تخاف. أنا ما تخاف ها. أوكي يلا أنا بدي أروح أصفي بعدين بشوفك بعدين أوكي؟ أوكي يلا باي. باي.
We love him.
Very talented. We're almost done, guys. We could just cut the episode short, but I'm gonna be a sweetheart and give you guys a quick spoiler-free review of Nope. Nope. Now this came out in the States like 2 months ago or something. نحن هلا بلبنان we either don't get movies or we get them very late. So this has been out. I'm sure if you live abroad, you've probably seen this already, but I'm gonna keep it spoiler-free for the Lebos who have not seen it yet. Our people. It's great. Look, I love Jordan Peele. Jordan Peele from Key and Peele fame. The dude is hilarious, very creative. I loved his first film, Get Out. He got nominated for like Oscars for that movie. His second movie, Us, I didn't like as much, but I still quite enjoyed. Like the beginning was great, the performances were great. I just thought like the what it ended up being, like the twist, I thought was kind of not very well thought out. When you really think about it for a few minutes, it really just doesn't hold up. But the movie, my experience watching the movie, I enjoyed it. It was funny, it was scary, it was cool. I really liked Nope. Nope, I think, is better than Us. I loved it. It's like a horror slash with like some sci-fi, with like a bit of comedy. Even it reminded me of a Western at times. It's this really interesting blend of things. And I don't know, man. Jordan Peele is really like a master filmmaker and writer. Like, the dude is really good. He has these very distinct visions. Like, I love this. If you know anything about me, you know I love UFOs. You know I love me some aliens. You know me, I love all of that stuff. So the movie kind of deals with that sort of with that subject matter in a very interesting and new way, in a way that you have not seen on screen before. It is very visually like breathtaking at times. We saw it in IMAX. I highly recommend you watch it in IMAX. Like there are scenes where there's this thing flying in the air, and like we're literally looking up at the IMAX screen like this, looking at the sky. It was such a great theater experience. So highly recommend you watch it in the biggest format possible, which is IMAX, because it really does the movie justice, and you will not have the same experience watching it any other way. So I loved it. I know some people thought it's kind of slow. I know some people are saying that they don't like the twist or whatever. I think the twist is brilliant.
حقتشك وحطير معك. Okay, I watched it at home. Basically, it's a slow burner. One of my impatience with slow burner movies, but the like a specific kind of artist. With the كاملة للmovie, so I watched the first hour, but I can tell it's like a cinematic masterpiece.
It's so good. And I love slow burns. I like slow movies. I like a slow burn. And I'm not Gen Z, folks. And I didn't grow up with TikTok and 5-second videos. My brain isn't rotten. I can think for longer than 30 minutes. I can watch long entertainment, and I like slow stuff. So maybe younger viewers with ADHD will not be able to watch the movie, but someone like me, this is the kind of movie that I love. They don't make a lot of these movies, you know. It's an original movie. Jordan Peele was given the opportunity to direct like an Akira movie based on the very popular anime or manga. He turned that down to make Nope, and there's a little Akira reference in the movie. If you want, once you get to it,
does it get better with the second hour of the movie?
I mean, you understand what happens in the second half of the movie, and things kind of go crazy. So it speeds up, but it's great. I highly recommend it. And since last week we talked about House of the Dragon, the new Game of Thrones series. I talked about the first episode. I didn't love it. I watched it like Rasman Ane, because again, I will never forgive Benioff and Weiss for season 8 of Game of Thrones. I never forgive, I never forget, and I will not in this case. So I'm still not over it. But I gotta say, man, episode 2 of House of the Dragon was really fucking good. It was very good. It was better than the first episode. it brings you back to that Game of Thrones. And they did this thing. They cheated. They fucking cheated. They played the Game of Thrones music during the opening credits. And they're cheating.
ما حتى بالابسود 1 بالcredit scene بالاخر they play the Game of Thrones.
I didn't watch the
music.
credits,
Okay.
and in the beginning they didn't play it. This time it just starts off I was like, you can't do that to me, because that's the easiest. Like right away, it puts you back in the mindset that you were like 6 years ago, Sunday night in the cold, waiting for the new episode to come out and shit. Like, so that helped. I'm not gonna lie. Like it puts you, but I think that's kind of lazy. I think they should have had their own theme song that could have been iconic for the show. This kind of blurs the lines.
I think it's a marketing.
It's a marketing
it's
thing.
Genius.
It's market. That's what the Harry Potter.
We said the same thing. Can we highlight this?
That's
moment?
That's what the we can highlight it.
Like it's genius.
That's what the Fantastic Beasts movies did with the Harry Potter music. They would use that, but that didn't work because those movies were crap. I'm sorry. The Fantastic Beasts movies, especially the third one was the worst. It was so bad. Like I never.
After the first one, I couldn't.
I saw the second one on like HBO Max, and then I saw the third one. I was like, ugh, horrific movies. But anyways, House of the Dragon episode 2. Did you guys watch it?
هو بكرة بالليل بدي أحضره.
It's very good. It's very good. I'm curious. I don't know, like the zero spoilers, but everyone's playing the Game of Thrones. There's some really creepy shit in there as well. I don't know. I just wanted to give you guys an update.
I'm loving it. هلا كل the Game of Thrones hype is back. إذا بفتح my TikTok كل العالم they're talking about it. عم بيفرجوا هالميرش I feel like I'm going back in time. I love it.
I know, but I can't, dude. It's gonna happen again. Like I will never let myself get attached to this show the way I got attached to Game of Thrones.
It's gonna happen.
Never. No. I'll watch it and I'll enjoy it, but like I'm never gonna hope. Like I know that. I'm telling myself the final season is gonna be crap. It's gonna be horrible, bro. I'm mad right now because I'm thinking about season 8. Like literally, it makes me mad. And they reference like episode 1. They're like, it's a song of ice and fire. They were like hinting at Game of Thrones. I'm like, don't remind me. Don't remind me of season 8. Any chance you get to like, don't hint at the future anymore, because you're only gonna make us fucking remember the horrible final fucking season. So stop hinting at it. ما بدي أعرف بقى. Ignore, pretend like it never fucking happened. هلا قايرت معي. I'm fucking pissed. You see, I fucking hate that final season. Anyways, on that note, thank you for watching episode 69. That's a very bad Donald Trump. Thank you for watching the episode. We talked sex scandals. We discovered the origin of Hairzone. We understand why he's the man he is today. So, it's crazy. Please take a second to like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, become a Do Not Warrior, help us get to 10,000 subscribers, and please support us on Patreon, where we desperately need your help, folks, to stay afloat, to keep the show going. We got to pay the interns. We got to fund some vlogs. We got to fund some documentaries. Got to get just bought a new camera. So we thank you guys. We really couldn't do any of this without you. And on that note, let me take a second to thank some of you beautiful patrons like Rani Nasser, Mariana, Firas Abu Fakhr, Ingenious Baboon, Karim Beled, Daniel Habib, Ziad Ashar, Nadine Najla, Rasha Audi, Joey Daboul, Daniel Nechle. By the way, I went to high school with both Joey Daboul and Daniel Nechle. And Joey To. Suggest, folks, for the win. Thank you guys for supporting. I love you. And our beautiful God tier patrons, Jessica Ann, Muhammad Zain, Muhammad Namani. We love you guys. Thank you so much for supporting us. Thank you for joining us on this special episode. Interns, you good? You had a good time? See you guys next week, hopefully. Folks, do not worry.
Do not